Okay, this is the last video in our crash course in trigonometry series leading up to the unit circle. And in this video, we're going to talk about some tricks and tips and shortcuts, some ways you can remember how to construct a unit circle, and more importantly, how you can remember things like how to figure out the sine of 300 degrees without a calculator, or the tangent of negative, 120 degrees, things like that. So we're going to do it in 3 minutes and 30 seconds or less, starting in 3, 2, 1, now. All right, as I was saying, right, we're gonna be talking about some tips and tricks and some shortcuts, a way that you can remember how to create a unit circle from memory without having to actually memorize much of anything. If you remember 30, 45, 60, then you're good to go, because what you're going to find is that all of the other quadrants after the first, the second, third, and fourth, they're all just repeating the same exact pattern. So once you know that, you're going to be able to figure out how to find out the sine of 315 degrees without a calculator, without having to do much work, right? So let's go ahead and do a quick drawing right here so that it'll be nice and pretty, just like all of you. So let's go ahead and just do a quarter of the circle. So this is quadrant number 1, right? In quadrant 1, X and Y are both positive, right? So our three angles, this is a thing you have to remember: 30, 45, and 60. Those are the three common angles we've always got to use. And the thing you should also know by now is sine is actually Y, cosine is X. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. That's Y over X, all right? So start off with a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back the other way, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see? We're going to construct our coordinates here, because after you do the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 both ways, you take the square root of each number, divide each number by 2. Once you have this simplified, what you're going to have is the list of all the coordinates on the unit circle. So for example, square root of 4 over 2, that's just equal to 1. Square root of 0 over 2 is just 0. So that coordinate right there is 1, 0. Square root of 1 is 1, so that's just 1/2. So you have the square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. Do you see? And all the way around, if you just simplify those, boom, done. So therefore, you can see really easily right here that the cosine of 30 is root 3 over 2, and the sine of 30 is 1/2. And yeah, not too bad. So once you have that first quadrant done, the other three quadrants are just a repeat of the same pattern. They go 30 and 45 and 60 every single time, right? All the way around, you just got to worry about the sines. So now, let's say we wanted to figure out what is the sine of 315 degrees. Well, 315 degrees, well, that's between 270 and 360. So that is in the fourth quadrant right there. And sine is Y, and in the fourth quadrant, Y is negative. So let's just go ahead and do our 30, 60, 90 past 270, right? So that's how you get the 300, 315, and 330, because it's 30 more than 270 and then 45 more, right? And so on. So 45 degrees is root 2 over 2 for both X and Y. All you got to do is worry about the sine based on your quadrant. So the sine of 315 degrees, as we can see right here, negative square root of 2 over 2, boom, and we are done. That's how it works right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you can reconstruct the unit circle from just that one little trick. All you got to do is remember 30, 45, and 60 degrees. And then you just repeat the same pattern all the way around. Do the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, take the square root, divide by 2. Beautiful.